And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
You talk about this Chiefs defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
He's got a man. That's Bond. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Luke Musgrave, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Come back! Target line!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Well, right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one is incomplete. The Chiefs had 7-4 on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this one, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. On the return, Hardy. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
And he's able to get up here to the 26. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very good in a victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Let's go now.
38 yards on the play.
On first down, here's Jenkins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Liking 18.
Looking to throw. Pass incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Cougar 19.
They'll set up to throw. Open man is Bond. He's got it. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Get it. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Ready. Hawk 70. Hawk.
Give up the middle. Jenkins. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Back to throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 8 yards out. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 35-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Yellow, yellow.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Come back.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Up the middle they go. Carney. And nothing good. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Yellow. Argo Blue at 57. Hey, 57, 57. Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Attack, attack. Let's go, Wally. 15. Hey, Riplet, Riplet. 15, 15.
Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line.
But both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
Checks it down to Judkins. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. First down, right back to Judkins. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. A short throw to Musgrave. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
18 Cardinal. Ready.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he's got Bond. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
This one is complete to Jenkins.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Complete to Quinshon Judkins. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Back to throw again.
Over nine, that's Bond.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Ready. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 60 Eagles. 60
They'll send
Eagles.
Judy in motion left.
Go.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
And the Chiefs are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Eye down these two. Eye down these two. On the water, right? Yellow. Hey, 57 color, 57 color.
Mahomes now to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Hardy set to return. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Mahomes. That ball complete. It's the rookie from Oklahoma. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Yellow.
Now a handoff up the middle. Carney. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And it is caught. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are back within a score.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Harrison Butker to kick off 14-6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
15.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now Patrick going to change the play.
Yellow. Yellow.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. Butker on for the PAT. And in this rain, they were nice and cautious there on the extra point try, and that caution was well warranted as this game is tied.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
And he is going to have the Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Ready, break.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down.
Here we go. Gravity Lions.
Judkins going to run it out of the gun.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Buffalo,
2nd and 11. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Still going inside the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 21-14.
Browns 14. Harrison Butker to kick off 4 Kansas City.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. The Browns drive about to get started. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Right back to Judy, and it's complete.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
They'll set up a throw.
Now back foot throw there is incomplete.
After that incompletion, I almost get the sense that he's going to look up at the booth and kind of look at us and say, hey, you guys got any suggestions? It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? They've had him on the run throughout.
Yeah, and I get that you're trying to make a play here losing fourth quarter, but to throw when you're not set with pressure coming could have been an interception.
Very much so, and it's been that kind of game for him. They've had him on the run, had him off balance. He's got to find a way to make some big-time throws down the stretch. Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
19 tight, 19 tight.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
and that is incomplete.
The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
On the coverage defensively.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now here's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs' first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
The 47-yard line.
Ripley!
On 1st down, Carney. They'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Attack! Attack! Attack!
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Easy!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Mahomes, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
Setting up a screen for Judkins.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Back to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
18, Pioneer. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
He'll look to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here we go. Check.
They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Ready? Dragon, 70, Timberwolf.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Yellow. 15. Hey, 15.
Now Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down. And that's the one that should seal the victory.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Easy. Yellow.
They'll try the left side. Carney. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. And they take a knee.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Chiefs, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on